everyone. Welcome to YouTube channel of Analyst IAS. Our today's topic for focus of the day is the frozen corals. We'll see what's it in use, what is the need for freezing corals, why are corals important, what is the method used to freeze the corals, then what are the threats to the corals we face, then how are corals made, then we will come to our prelims question and the mains question as well. But before starting, I have an announcement that our coaching Analyst IAS is launching a super fast prelims batch. The batch will start from 15th of January 2023 itself, and it will cover your whole syllabus before the commencement of exam. There would be regular test series so that you can monitor your own progress as well. Moreover, first 50 aspirants will avail 25% discount in the fees. So if you are interested or you have any query regarding this, feel free to contact at our given number, or you can come directly at our office, which is at Old Rajinder Nagar of New Delhi. Now we'll start with the topic that why is it in news. Scientists working on Australia's Great Barrier Reef have successfully trailed a new method for freezing and storing coral larvae they say would eventually help rewild reefs threatened by the climate change. Then, what is the need for freezing corals? As rising ocean temperatures destabilize the delicate ecosystems of coral, therefore, scientists are striving to protect coral reefs. The Great Barrier Reef has suffered four bleaching events in last 7 years, including first ever bleaching during a La Nina phenomena, which typically brings cooler temperatures. Scientists use the cryomesh technology to freeze coral larvae at the Australian Institute of Marine Sciences. Now we will see importance of coral reefs. So they give economic services. Coral reefs provide nearly $400 billion a year to millions of people in economic goods and ecosystem services. Then they are important for providing new medical compounds. Moreover, they also protect, so there is coral reefs act as natural wave barriers that protect coastal communities and beaches from storm damage. Then they are created by many tiny animals called coral polyps, and moreover they are limestone skeletons. Then coral reefs act as homes and nurseries for 25% of all marine life. Food and fishing. Coral reefs sustain the fish and shellfish populations that provide protein for 1 billion people. Reefs are nurseries for many commercially valuable species. Then they are also a point for tourism, attraction and recreation. Now we will see what was the method used to freeze the corals. Cryomash was devised by a team from the University of Minnesota College of Science and Engineering. This is lightweight and can be manufactured cheaply. It better preserves coral and has the properties of cryoplates. The mesh technology will help store coral larvae at minus 196 degrees Celsius, which is minus 320.8 degree Fahrenheit. In a December lab trial, the world's first with Great Barrier Reef coral, scientists used the cryomash to freeze coral larvae at the Australian Institute of Marine Sciences. The coral had been collected from the reef for the trial, which coincided with the brief annual spawning window. This new technology that we have got will allow us to do that at a scale that can actually help to support some of the aquaculture and restoration interventions. Then, what are the threats to corals? Climate change remains one of the biggest threats to corals. This threat has been visible in the bleaching of the corals. Bleaching is a process during which corals under stress from warm weather expel the algae that give corals their brilliant colors and live in their tissues and produce their food. The Great Barrier Reef off the coast of Australia, a UNESCO World Heritage and home to one of the largest collections of coral reefs on the planet, has suffered 6 mass bleaching events due to warmer than normal ocean temperatures in 1998, 2002, 2006, 2016, 2017, and now 2020. Then how are the corals made? So they need some requirements, like they need warm water, low nutrient water, depth should be under 100 meters, and they also need lots of sunlight. Because of coral sensitivity, coral reefs are mostly found in Indo-Pacific and the Caribbean parts. A reef can begin with a single coral polyp which anchors itself to a rock or a seabed. Then, for protection, coral builds a limestone exoskeleton by combining calcium and bicarbonate, which are abundant in shallow ocean waters. It will form calcium carbonate. Because of polyps share an exoskeleton, the limestone grows and forms any number of remarkable shapes. As coral dies and reproduces, the limestone accumulates and eventually forming an expensive reef on the top, which which the life flourishes. As the colony expands, it becomes a freezing reef, a coral reef which rests on the shoreline. If the island begins to subside or sea level rises, it forms a barrier reef, a much larger reef with a lagoon protected by the reef crest. If the land becomes completely submerged, an atoll with an expensive open lagoon forms. This is an atoll and this is a barrier reef. You can see there is lagoon and the reef crest. Now we will come to our prelims practice question. This question came in the year 2021. Which of the following have species that can establish a symbolic relationship with other organisms? 1. Cnidarias, 2nd fungus, 3rd protozoa. You can select the answer from the options given below and you can type the answer in the comment sections. Now we will come to our mains practice question. Assess the impact of global warming on coral life systems with example. This question came in the year 2019 itself. Stay tuned for the next video. Thank you. Have a great day.